Very good logic. Does it bother you that the chef here probably spits in his gazpacho soup?
That's an awful thought. What makes you think he spits in it?
I noticed the colour was a bit off.
Well, I prefer not to think about it. It's like thinking about how many people urinate in a public pool.
I'm one of the worst pool pissers there is, and I can't even swim.
You piss in the pool?
Hello?
Well, sometimes I suppose it's hard not to.
Especially if you stand in the right
Yeah,
place. And all that hot water comes shooting between your legs. Doesn't that make you want to piss?
I suppose so.
My best mate showed me a game to play in the baths. V2 it was called. The lads would queue up at the pump where the hot water gets pushed out. One by one we pull down our kecks and shove our arse up against the hole. You could already feel the strong jet push against you. Slowly you let it find your arsehole. And when you did, man, it sent a rush up through your inside and you go forward like a buzz bomb.
Fascinating.
I also found a few uses for the intake hole until your prick grew too large. I'm stuffed like a peg. You go ahead and finish. The lads are probably having a big party without us.
You're not allowed to think about them. Doctor's orders.
Dr. B.F. Stein, certified faith healer and proctologist. What a shitty job that must be. No pun intended. Kind of like cleaning up the sewers in Liverpool.
Hey.
I'm not trying to deride your occupation, it's just...
No, it was alright. It was,
you have to think about doing it.
and it was horrible at the time, but now, you know, I'm rested, and it's not so bad.
I do, but it bugs me a lot.
Eric asked me to...
I suppose the one advantage is you can't get pregnant.
To take him up to, north part of town.
Don't take away any of the pleasure.
Not at all.
And,
you can't tell me it's not
I thought, well, I'll take the car.
It's a question of relaxation.
You know.
Relaxation? How can you be
And
relaxed?
it turned out he didn't know where he was going, so we drove around for an hour and a half.
And that's reassuring.
Yes.
And then I stopped to get gas, and the car didn't start again after I stopped.
I don't reckon I'd head anyone in. Not so very large.
So we sat there waiting for the tow for 4.5 hours.
Large enough, of course. You?
Finally got home at 5:30 in the morning. Down the street, it's parked at a corner. Well, my dad thinks it's an easy fix, actually. From the way I described it, he said it's probably the solenoids. What have you been up to? Yeah.
That was good.
How was your day yesterday?
And at this rate, I'll have reason to be thankful for it.
You act like a victim.
Well, the thought does anything but relax me.
Well, don't think about it then. How about a game of cards?
What'll it be?
Pontoon?
Capital.
All right then.
Oh, that's amazing. Wow, so now you're like one of those horse people.
Bastard.
I worked today at about 2.
I was surprised you brought up what you brought up just now. Why is it so awkward when we talk about it?
Don't know.
It's been a very awkward position. You see, I get the feeling I'm supposed to bring
it's
it up, and then I'm damned
There's,
for doing so.
It was just a lot of
I
school
enjoy it,
kids
but
who came by and
lorry driver, that docker.
Yes, well, that's all very
the
well. But it's when it comes close to
volunteers helped them build a
You
giant
always talk shop.
paper mache puppet for a parade that's in a couple
Well, then
of
what else
weeks.
do we need to talk about?
Absolutely nothing.
And they were talking about what they want the puppet to be, and it's a giant dinosaur, and they wanted to know what kind of character he was. Like, is he a bad guy or a good guy? Because the theme of the parade is violence and how it affects our
You never
lives.
ruled it out.
Well, that'd be putting you in an awful place, wouldn't it?
It has to be better than what I've been feeling lately.
You don't fuck me, will you, fuck? It's a cold, cruel world out there, Brian. Everyone thinks we're off humping the weekend away.
What are you doing today?
Fucking pisses me off. Sometimes I just want to smash something. think we better call it a night.
All right, then.
How was your birthday?
Get this stuff out for you, will you?
This is Mr. Epstein. Would you please send someone up for our trays? Thank you.
That does sound good.
You got a chance to look at what you'd like to do tomorrow? And why don't you look at the guidebook tonight and we can discuss it over breakfast?
So, I finally got all the clothes put away. Yeah.
Get some rest.
All the shirts up on hangers and everything. Looks much nicer this way now. No, I'm just, I'm out of sorts, you know? Oh, 'cause, I went to bed at 6 p.m. yesterday and slept until 12:30 and then stayed up until 5 and then went back to sleep and then woke up at like 9:30.
Yeah?
John, I finally reached
So I'm in a kind of a strange
the operate's been trying all
half
afternoon.
Just as well I've been
awake, half asleep state.
All is well.
You're exhausted, aren't you?
No? What makes you think I'm exhausted?
Just everything. After you left, I felt just awful.
You wanted me to go.
I know, but I still felt just awful.
I made, you know what I had for dinner last night?
It's not to say.
Why
Well, I
is there
had
anything to
some
say?
turkey left over
I've got nothing to say.
from a previous
Leave me alone.
night.
Why?
I cooked it up and I had it with stuffing and gravy.
Oh, fucking profound. Look, stick it up your stinking arse.
It
If you want
was
to see
really
me
good.
somewhere, I won't feel guilty for it.
He smiled the most beautiful smile today. Do you care? Do you care that your aunt's driving me off the bleeding wall?
You should be glad you got her help.
That's true, but it doesn't compensate for her driving me off the wall. I miss you. Is that so wrong?
No?
But that's the way it is.
You know, the electric company sent me a letter.
This is a fucking beautiful place. I feel like
Said,
I'm in another world.
We have
This
been
man
unable
Dowdy
to
is a
verify your
really good
identity, so
When did he live?
Into this
please
century,
come
but
down to
his workshop stands
the
outside of town, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
electric company
How about the bullfights?
and
How about the bullfights
bring proof
now?
of ID or we're going to shut your
Oh,
electricity
just got
off.
it.
But you're going to the bullfights. When
Yeah.
are they? Sunday?
They don't believe that I'm me, so they're going to
Sounds
cut my
like
electricity off.
Sounds like a fucking bore to me.
Yeah.
Fucking brutal too. Poking those poor animals
Yeah.
till they drop. God. I don't know what he sees in it.
I think it's a sort of pageantry. John,
Yeah?
I don't know. Sometimes I just want to say so much, and then it fizzles away before I can get it out of my mouth. It's raining outside.
None here.
Well, I
Just now I'd
love
like to
you
hold
too.
you.
Oh.
Oh, John.
Are you going to do that party thing, the birthday, instead of having lunch with your family?
Are you gonna hang up now? I had an awful dream last night.
I say, are you going to, instead of having Sunday lunch like you always do, are you going to, is that what the party is?
I dreamt it was a glorious day we were living in a big city.
Yeah,
Probably.
I'm saying, instead of having Sunday lunch with your family, you're going to the party instead, right?
Dominus struck me and started kicking me.
In the face.
Yeah. Everywhere.
So it is the same thing we normally do.
And when I came to, the pram was
Alright,
empty
well,
and
that'll
everyone
be
was gone. And then a magistrate appeared and announced I wouldn't be allowed to keep the baby. And I was shattered. But you just stood
No,
by
baby.
and said nothing.
No, I
Waiting,
like talking to you.
like the magistrate.
I'm gonna hang up.